schedules, your students, your challenges of bringing up young adults or small children with young adults, because I think that's a very important value add that we bring back to society. Oftentimes these are kind of taken for granted, these are people who are getting salary and therefore that's their job, etc. etc. But I personally, and I think UPES is in general believes that this is one of the most important activities for nation building, not just for the individual, but for the entire society. So I'm not sure what is expected of me, but what I'll try and do is share a few thoughts that I have, say a few things about UPES, how we approach teaching and learning in a slightly different way, and then maybe have a quick session of question and answers, because at the end of the day, the Q&A sessions which are the most important for aligning views, thoughts, etc. We come back to UPES for a while. I'm sure there will be a whole lot of presentation on several things. But I think there are three things that I want to share about UPES as to how we are approaching this in a different way. I think the first thing is UPES believes that any student who gets admitted here comes on his or her own merit. So for instance, we do not have any capitation policy, no fee structure, no capital grants, no donation that you can give to get into this campus. Okay? So we are absolutely no. So none of us in the management team can admit any child. We also believe that it's important for educational institutions to stay connected with the real world. Because oftentimes as an academic, I'm in a cocoon of my own. Okay, which is, I've studied well, I'm a good student, and therefore I become a good faculty, I do my PhD and start teaching, without ever actually having tasted the real world. And that's a huge gap. And therefore, we need to address some of those gaps. One of the things that we are doing is, we are saying, let's offer programs in collaboration with industry. So Hari, who's from IBM, is one such partner, and there are several other such partners including Xavier, L&T, Cisco, etc. This concept of co-teaching. So if I'm a pure academic and somebody, say Hari, comes from the industry, both of us go to the same class. So one person shares the theory, the other person shares the practical aspects, and there is learning quality improving significantly both for the faculty. So I learn from Hari, he learns from me, as well as the quality of teaching and learning moves up significantly on campus for the students. There will be some faculty who will not have an exposure to the real world. So they have done their MTechs, PhDs, very bright students, especially girls, and we are finding increasingly that girls are brighter than boys. You see any public exam, girls are scoring significantly higher than boys. So they are academically very bright, but they have never worked in industry. So we have started this project called Project Abhigya, where we pick out faculty who have never worked in industry. Is what they will work on, and then when they come back, what we are finding is that the quality of teaching and learning moves up significantly. The feedback students are giving of that same faculty significantly moves up. The kind of case studies that they're sharing with the students changes. The kind of example that they use in class changes, because they are speaking of the real life things that they have picked up based on their exposure. So what we're doing is so those who come from the industry, we don't send them from Abhigya, but those who come purely from an academic background, we send them out to ensure that they pick up those skills from industry and there is cross.